Hello everybody, I am the Nerdy Guy, and I have 4 book titles for you. 4 book titles. Their names are The Collector, The Fashionable Adventures of Joshua Craig, Catcher in the Rye, and Rage. I could add 3 more books to this list, namely the Bible, the Quran, and the Torah, but I don't want to make this about religion, so I'm just going to stick with these 4. The Collector, Fashionable Adventures of Joshua Craig, Catcher in the Rye, and Rage. What does these 4 books have in common? Any guesses? I have no idea why I'm asking if you can guess, because I can't hear you. But what these 4 books have in common is that they have all inspired murders and or mass murders. So we have books that's caused mass murders. Let's go through the list, shall we? The Collector is about a guy who collects butterflies and then snaps or something, and he kidnaps a young girl and adds her to his collection. Hint, hint, the title. And eventually, I haven't read the book. I haven't read any of these books, but apparently he eventually starts collecting more women. Now, this inspired 4 people. I was about to say 3, but 4. 3 cases, but 4 people to kidnap and torture people. A man named Christopher Wilder, he killed 8 women, and he had the book in his possession when he shot himself. Robert Bardella, the Kansas City butcher, tortured and killed at least 6 men, and he claimed to be inspired by all film version, but still, the book. The killers Leonard Lake and Charles N.G. are the most closely tied to the book. They kidnapped and killed 2 women, and also killed, inspired by the book, and he also killed about 24 others. And one of them managed to escape, and the other one ate the cyanide pill. So, there's that book. The Fashionable Adventures of Joshua Craig. Well, there was a guy on a bar who apparently he was a member of some family. His name was Fitzhugh Coyle Goldsborough. Man, he must have hated his name. Anyway, he thought that one of the characters in his book seemed a bit too. He thought it was making fun of his sister. So I remember this guy was a member of a huge prominent family, the Goldsborough family. So he had lots of money. He was everything. But he thought, oh well, one of the characters seems to be making fun of my like a parody of my sister. So his response to that was to seek up the author and shoot him point blank, and then shoot himself. So there's that murder. Then we also have Catcher in the Rye. This one is pretty famous. It inspired 2 murders and 1 attempted murder. The book is about a guy who gets, I don't know, he gets kicked out of school and he just walks around and ponders his life. For some reason, this inspired 3 people to kill people. Yay. The first one, most famous, is Mark David Chapman, the guy who shot John Lennon. Reading Catcher in the Rye inspired him to shoot John Lennon. He thought it was a great idea for some reason. Robert John Bardo, a serial stalker and all-around loon, I have no idea what loon means, but shot and killed a celebrity, Rebecca Schaefer, after obsessing over the novel. And would-be presidential assassin and president of the Jodie Foster fan club, I have no idea if he's serious with that, the guy who wrote this article, but John Hinckley Jr. They found out he had and was owning the book. He had it in his hotel room after he was arrested after shooting Ronald Reagan. So, 3 murders from that book. And then the last one, Rage, written by Stephen King. It's a book that's no longer in print, because this inspired 3 school shootings. 3. One of them, the book is about a guy who, I don't know, he gets tired of being pushed around, so he smashes his chemistry teacher in the face with a wrench, and he gets expelled. I wonder why. So he grabs a gun and holds his class hostage. This inspired like I said, 3 school shootings. Dustin Pierce took his algebra teacher hostage for 9 hours. Barry Lukaitis took his algebra class hostage. Something about math. Michael Carneal killed 3 and wounded 5 people in a prayer group at his high school. He had the book in his locker. The first guy had read the books, as far as I know. Yep. And the second guy was quoting the book while he was doing it. So out of these 3 school shootings, 2 of them had read the books. One of them had probably read it a few times since he was quoting it. Okay, so what does this mean? We have 4 books that have clear links to mass murders. Some of them several mass murders. So, what would you do with this information? Considering how pretty much the entirety of the media today is claiming that we should stop violent video games because violent video games is causing murders. Well, so is books. And if books is causing murders, then why the fuck is nobody trying to remove books? I mean, sure, Rage was removed. It's no longer in print. If you own a copy of Rage, then it would probably be worth a lot of money because they're not printing them anymore. But violent video games, there's never been a clear link between violent video games and violence in real life, other than they own the video game. But since everybody today owns a video game console, if you count the PC as a video game console, then everybody owns a video game console. Unless you live in the woods. Everybody owns video games, so simply owning a video game is not link enough. I mean, if you blame a shooting on GTA 5, yeah, you do realize that GTA 5 sold 1 billion copies in like, what, 8 days? So 1 billion people have that game. If one of them turn out to be a killer, you can hardly blame the game, can you? And also, if a video game can trigger you to kill people, then anything can trigger you. Some people are saying, like my grandfather for an example, is constantly claiming that since some people couldn't handle it, it should be removed. Yeah, well, babies can't eat real food. Should we all eat baby food? Instead of trying to remove everything that can be a trigger, how about we make sure the people that can be triggered by it don't get triggered by it? That is the real way to handle this. Because we have 4 books here. Like I said, 4 books, and we could add 3 more to that list, but this is not about religion, this is about the hypocrisy of the media. 4 books with clear links to violent murders. But violent video games, they own the violent video game. Oh my god! I am sick and tired of hearing about how violent video games is going to make me a murderer. I play video games all the time. I played GTA when I was 12. I played GTA San Andreas and GTA Vice City when I was 12, and I was like 11 when I played GTA 3. I'm not a murderer, because I'm a sane human being. And if you look at the example of Fashionable Adventures of Joshua Craig, this guy was a member of a prominent family. He was rich. He was a normal, everyday guy. He was not even a psychopath. Yet this book inspired him to kill a guy. But no. No debate about banning books. But people owning video games, then we have to remove video games. Like I said, I'm sick and tired of hearing this. It's bullshit. So whenever somebody brings up to you, or whenever somebody brings it up to me, but you should do the same thing, that video games cause mass murders, pick up those 4 titles. The Collector, Fashionable Adventures of Joshua Craig, Catcher in the Rye, and Rage. And ask the person who accuses you of being a potential murderer if that person understands what the fuck you're talking about. If that person understands what you mean when you bring up those books. Because those books caused murders, mass murders even. So, since I've been going around in a circle for like the last 2 minutes, I'm gonna end this video here. So, leave a comment and tell me what you think. Do you like violent video games? Have you read any of these books? Because I haven't. Most of these I had never even heard of before I read about them here. But, leave a comment, rate this video, thumb up or thumb down, subscribe if you like my random ass rant videos. Make a new video every Monday and Friday. And I am the Nerdy Guy, and you just watched a Nerdy Guy rant. Bye!